All right, we're going to start our lesson out by just, practicing the Pythagorean theorem. In part A, use the figure shown, find side AB. So what we notice is we have a right triangle. Here's our right angle. We have our two legs. The two legs will be your A and your B. Side C has to be the hypotenuse. It is the side opposite of the right angle. So Pythagorean theorem, A squared plus B squared, so 12 squared plus 15 squared equals our hypotenuse C squared. Now this 12 and the 15, those are interchangeable. We could have started with 15 squared plus 12 squared. We do get the same answer in the end. The one thing that has to go in the same spot every single time is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse has to go in for side C. All right, so let's go ahead and square these. 12 squared is 144 plus 15 squared is 225. I'm just going to carry down the equal C squared. We can add those together. We get 369. So sometimes I'll flip my equation around. I'm going to write C squared equals 369 because I like that C over there. To undo the square, we are going to square root both sides. So C is equal to the square root of 369. We did some prep work for this unit on reducing radicals. So can 369 be rewritten with a perfect square? Yep, that can be rewritten with a 9 and 41. So 9 times 41. So we can take the square root of the 9. Square root of 9 is 3. And that 41 stays underneath the radical. Now, when we solve equations where we have to square root both sides, we do get two answers, a positive and a negative. But because there's context to our variable that we're solving for, it actually is a side length of a triangle. The negative part of our answer doesn't apply. So we're just going to say the positive 3 root 41. All right, so one more. We've got a triangle DEF, and we want to find EF. So again, let's make sure we can locate where our side C is. 10 is going to be our C. So I'll make side EFA. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So A squared plus our B is 7 and our C is 10. So we just substitute those in. Now we're going to square everything. Carry down the A squared plus 7 squared is 49. 10 squared is 100. Because we are solving for A squared and there's something else on the same side of our equation, we're just going to solve for A squared by subtracting 49. So A squared equals 51. To get just side A, we will square root both sides. Square root of A squared is A. Again, we know mathematically there's a positive and negative answer, but we're going to drop the negative because we are representing the side of a triangle, and we're going to have the square root of 51. We would go through and see if any of our perfect squares fit into 51, and you would find that none of them do, so we'll leave our answer as a root 51.